Hi everyone, this is Becky. It is February 2nd, 2001, and I want to walk through the new OKR setup that we have to hopefully clarify it. Thank you, Bree and Michael, for some of the questions that you posed to me. So I am going to share my screen quickly. Let's see, it is this Chrome. So one of the things here, this is our Epic 227, which is the Q1 FY22 marketing OKRs. I'm going to walk through the OKR iteration issue that I wrote really quickly. So here, this is just an iteration for how we're going to set up the Epic structure and issues based on feedback and things that we saw last quarter and the quarter before. So the current state, which was each OKR started on its own Epic, this becomes very messy because as you have top level OKRs and then individual team OKRs and then individual team member OKRs, we end up with a very messy nesting structure. And a lot of the times projects are cross-functional. So for here, we want to have each OKR is started as an issue, and then it'll be promoted once it's finalized. Team leads own their own updates, which was the current state. The proposed iteration, which we're going to try out this time, is each member on IM will be assigned an OKR to track and update. This means that it won't be me, Michael, Bree, Rebecca, Erica, and Shane updating all of the various different OKRs. It will be individual team members. So this will get everybody a little bit more exposed to OKR planning and execution. I think it'll help everybody own their little piece of it a little bit more because we're going to want to have those updates consistently. And then we'll get more updates because it's not a lot of work for one person or 5 people. So the other way is the top level OKRs were based on IM metrics. So again, that was like, we want to increase website traffic 20% year over year. And then we would have OKRs underneath that and projects underneath there. But a lot of the times what grows our inquiries, which would be top level, and what grows our website traffic, some of those projects would do both. So it became confusing as to where they should sit. And then it was hard to find them. So that's why we wanted to leave it in the description as opposed to having it individual epics that were nested. And then top level OKRs didn't have a weight limit. So this was, these are, when I say top level OKRs, those are the ones that Danielle sets. So the above categories are tiered so that the metrics have the most weight. So going back, sorry, I forgot to mention this, in the top level, going from metrics based to theme based, this allows us to have themes that not only support our metrics, but will be cross-functional. And they also support GitLab's values. It puts time into having a project for that. And we have projects that is R&D themed so that people can kind of follow a little bit more of their passions and things that interest them within the quarter. So it makes sure that we leave space for that. And they're weighted, not prioritized, so that the metrics are weighted more heavily. So we will have more projects under there. So this is a deliverable that is completed. So this is how it's going to look. So I've updated all of these to be these themes. So there are 5 themes that we have: the grow IM metrics, the contribute to growth of company or product, R&D, GitLab values, and support company metrics. So you can see under here the amount that these are weighted. So the grow IM metrics, because this is our main metric that we're trying to get at, there are 31 epics in here, but some of them are closed. There's 28 open epics and there's 71 open issues within it. So you can see that this is weighted more. Then when we go into contribute to the growth of the company or product, again, this is heavy, not as heavy as our metrics, but this is important. And then when you go in here for support a company metric, we have 4 epics, we have 12 issues here. And then, so this is to support cross-functional metrics that don't necessarily fit within inquiries or growing website traffic, but they're important as well. And then we have GitLab values and R&D. So right now there's 1 issue under these that would be promoted to an epic, and that's just because of time and resources. We would love to do more of these things, but we just don't because we have to fulfill our commitments and hit our numbers in inbound marketing. So when you go in here to grow IM metrics as a good example, the way I've done this, which is different, is we have the objectives and key results here. And so all the projects that you see under here are based on this. So we have the objective and the key results. So grow website traffic and generate inquiries is under one epic. So these are 2 OKRs. Everything under here is another OKR, but they are nestled under one epic to make it easier. So then we have these focus themes here. So we have UX, content creation, distribution, SEO, and then support inquiry driving cross-functional requests. So instead of having a support cross-functional requests epic like we did last time, we've now separated these out to say, okay, these cross-functional requests actually align really well with our goals that we have in inbound marketing. So they're going to sit here, and then the ones that don't, but we want to support, will sit in grow company and culture, R&D, or GitLab values, because we want to keep it on those themes. And I think that that'll work a little bit better to help us integrate more cross-functional requests so that they're not just like outside of our group. So in here, you can see we have the global content strategy. These are issues that they've written for these strategies. And one of our OKRs is to improve distribution strategy and to align the go-to-market content strategy with the go-to-market motions that we have. So you can see there's exploring distribution for the blog, strategy for social distribution, go-to-market content strategy overall, and then strategy for new content types, digital production strategy, and strategy for content editing. And then within this, we have these epics. So this is one that's holding here is the content set for GitOps, CI/CD, and then down at the bottom is the DevOps platform content set. So these align with the DevOps platform. So you can see that the projects under here align to an OKR within this epic. But instead of us trying to shove projects under one set of nested epics, we're going to keep it open a little bit like this, which will, I think, be a little bit cleaner, a little bit easier to understand. And there are some things that we don't really, we haven't really gotten there yet. So this is an iteration. We're going to see how it goes. I'm hoping that this will help. Again, you can see create a subscribe page for the newsletter. This helps with distribution. So all of these things that we have under here should fit under supporting those OKRs. And I am not going to go into all the rest of them because it's a little bit, you know, it'll be a lot of work, but have a look at the overall epic. I need to go through and write the OKRs for example, GitLab values. I haven't finished that yet. But when you look at company or product, this is another one set up the same way, objective, key results. I'm working through getting all of these set because before we had OKRs that were so deep down leveled that it was hard to keep track of them, or they would fit multiple things. So the focus themes here, we have our analytics, measurement, and data, infrastructure and tech debt, and brand, because these contribute to the growth of the company or the product. In this case, we have a lot of website things that we still need to work through. So I improve brand, implement brand messaging on top web pages, and commit emails is our OKR for this quarter. For example, so increasing page speeds, reducing errors, and creating systems for better monitor website traffic. These I'm going to look to Shane and Michael to contribute on the actual KRs for them to make sure that I am setting realistic expectations or something that's a good goal to aim for. So thank you guys very much. Hopefully this explains the new structure.